Hello guys, welcome back to the Spicy Sweet Design channel. This content is for adult collectors. If you're under the age of 18, get the heck out of here. Alright, this is going to be a review on the Bandai PLAMO Plastic Model Kit High Grade Aura Battler 172 scale, taught Dunbine. This one's a renewal version, whatever that means. I'm not too familiar with this property. I actually got this kit to test out a theory and and to debunk a myth. I've been telling people that polystyrene has the potential to degrade because of some information I read on Reddit, and also confirmed by some fellow model kit builders. And apparently, that information is 100% false. Because after getting this kit's been sitting in the store for 20 years. I took it apart, did an unboxing, and I test out the plastic, tested for degradation. Of course, I'm not a scientist. I did not do anything really scientific. It's just based on me testing out the plastic with my hands. And based on my personal opinion, I don't really see a difference in the plastic quality. So I don't know. I don't think it's something worth concerning about. A lot of environmentalists are saying polystyrene is bad news because it definitely just won't degrade, and it's gonna destroy the environment. I also learned a couple things which is kind of disturbing. Apparently, polystyrene parts cannot be recycled, so that causes significant problems for the environment. Now, another thing I want to, before I get into the super negative territory, the thing is, I think with the plastic runners, or the polystyrene runners, you can technically recycle them because they can break them down into, I think they can, most likely they can remelt them and then turn them back into a gunpla or something. But that's probably if you own, that probably only works if you live in Japan. In the US, I guess the best thing you can do is try to recycle them if you can. It's there's a big difference between solid polystyrene sheets and styrofoam, because styrofoam is a lot of it is containing air, and it's just a nightmare. But it's technically the same chemical, so yeah, it's polystyrene has a bad reputation. That's all I'm saying. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction manual. Here we go. We saw some pictures of this during the unboxing video. Now, let me get on something that I didn't mention. So you have option to build two different type of heads, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so basically what you want to do here, it's you can remove this headpiece. So basically you have an activated version. You can see with the eyes all light up, and then you can have the deactivated version right here. Well, actually, you know what? It's a pain in the butt, so I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to just show it to you guys. So this is the deactivated version. You can see the eyes are not light up, so you have the parts to do that. Okay, so that's that. And I also want to talk about these full stickers. Of course, a full sticker sucks. It doesn't matter if it's 20 years old or it's brand new. The adhesive property on this thing is very problematic, so I end up just painting some of the parts. I know, unfortunately, I don't have pink, so some of the color might not make a lot of sense. And I didn't fully painted the back of the kit, so like these parts. So yeah, but I did put some personal touches on these guns and the sword. I think this came out looking pretty good, pretty okay. Not pretty good. I already scratched the back of it by trying to put it into the scabbard. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not a super big deal. All right, and also I want to address a few things. Parts did actually broke in this kit, but it was personal user error. I broke the polystyrene parts right here in the hip joint. That was my mistake. I was applying too much force. I have broken kits that are recently printed, within a month or two. So that I give it a pass. That's user error. That's not the quality of the plastic or the how long it's not the plastic's fault. It's not because it's been sitting in the store for like 20 years. Now I did broke this elbow joint right here. This is ABS, so I knew it was gonna break. So I wasn't too concerned about that. Appearance wise, I think this thing actually looks pretty cool. You do need to paint some of the wings, to make it look a lot nicer. Yeah, it's got quite a few gimmicks, but I honestly don't think anybody's gonna be messing around with this kit too much due to its age. It's the joints are not very tight because it's polycaps. Polycaps are made from polyethylene. That's another type of plastic. It's a garbage bag material, and yeah, it's if you play with any of the not play with, if you build any of the older Gunpla, the high grade stuff from Ace MS Team, you know what I'm talking about. Like the joints are just super loose, like on the gym Sniper, the Goof, and all that. Yeah, it's bad news. So this one is honestly just a little bit better than that because it's like a different design. But yeah, this thing is quite loose. Like it's loose in this part right here, so it has problems standing. And all right, you know what? Let's just get into the articulation. Like I said, the elbow is broken already. You have this gun, which is interchangeable. You can take it out and put it on the other arm if you like. I'm just gonna leave it like that since the arm is already broken. We have the wrist is a ball joint. You have interchangeable hands, and then we have a single bend at the elbow, right there, like that. We have a little bit of articulation for these claws, but don't expect a lot out of that. All right, we do have a bicep sole that's hindered by these power cables. So, yeah, you cannot go 360 because this thing won't allow you to rotate all the way around. And I would advise, caution when working these joints, since like the parts are ABS. I already broke one, so yeah. And ABS is like notorious for breaking. So, got the ball joint here that goes into this socket right here, which is a polycap, and the head is it's a peg that goes into a polycap, so you can only rock it back and forth, barely rock it back and forth. You do have another ball joint here for the waist. This is actually pretty okay. And inside here you can see there's a pilot. It's really hard to see. You can technically pull this piece open, but I'm not gonna do it. I didn't even paint the pilot for this one. Just gonna leave him like all dark and gloomy. We do have a double jointed knee, but this is as far as you're gonna get. And we have another ball joint here for the feet. Right here, polycap. All right, the wings are articulated via, it's a ball joint, so you can rotate that. Not really a big fan of that either. Sometimes, like I had to put some glue in it to keep it stable. Otherwise, it will just like rotate all over the place, which is can be really annoying. You have this point of articulation right there to raise a backpack. You have the sword right there. And yeah, that's pretty much I think if you paint this kit, if you like, you're really serious about your Aura Battler, if you're like a serious fan and you want to paint this, I think these things can look pretty cool. And it's cheap, if they reprint it, it's still gonna be like, less than $10. You can army build these guys, like have a army of bug-like robots. I think that would actually be pretty cool. All right, so the hands can actually hold the sword. It has the peg hole right here. You can see. This thing makes me very nervous because I feel like I'm just gonna break it. Not because the polystyrene is old. It's just because the way it's designed, it feels very fragile. But look, I'm like dropping it and things aren't falling off and stuff like that. So, of course, I did actually glue quite a few parts because they don't really stay together very well. Just from the snap building. So, yeah, the backpack would like to fall off, so I actually glued the backpack on. All right, it can hold a sword. Trust me, it can. There's a peg hole in here. You just gotta finagle it in here. Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna see a high grade revive version of any of these Aura Battler kits unless somehow Aura Battler magically becomes popular again via like a new series or something like that, or maybe a new game. But yeah, it's cool. The reason why I picked this model kit, there's also another reason for it because I feel like during the time of charge counterattack, somebody who's designing these the mechas for charge counterattack, especially for the Sazabi, must have been a fan of Aura Battler because you can see the some similarities between this guy and all the Aura Battler suits and the the Sazabi mobile suit, right? You see the bell bottoms on the legs, the very bug-like head, right? You see that? Yeah, I totally see it. So anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. I would not recommend getting this kit unless you're a serious fan or if you're just interested in building something old and different. It's probably going to be very, very hard to find these days. You might want to check eBay or any of the Japanese websites. Maybe somebody still has one. So that is pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, let's go ahead and compare the size scale next to 1/144 Robot Spirits, Robot Damashi version anime figure. That's a Zaku 2F2. So yeah, it looks like about the same size, but of course, this is 1/72 scale. So totally not in scale, technically. Thanks for watching.